Mercedes-Benz S-Class Cabriolet is a luxury soft-top with a hard edge, a bonnet full of old-fashioned, by-displacement brute force. Blasting down a country lane with the roof down and the cabin full of V8 or V12 bluster is a distinctly retro experience brought straight from the pages of The Great Gatsby or The Wind in the Willows. Yet from behind the wheel it's as technologically adept as rivals such as the Porsche 911 Turbo Cabriolet, Ferrari California T and BMW M6 convertible, and as easy to live with as a family hatchback. Enormous pace and luxury despite the four wheels and engine, it's easier to think of the S-Class Cabriolet not as a car but as a combination of land-yacht and intercity train. The fine-grained wood dashboard inserts and body-hugging leather armchairs set against a sub-5-second 0.62 mph time, whichever of the three massive engines you pick. Here you can have a V8 in 4.7-liter or 5.5-liter flavor, or the full powder keg 6.0-liter V12. It goes without saying that none are slow, and that the larger motors use notably more fuel. Linked to the engine choice is the roster of standard equipment. There aren't any trim levels to speak of, just an increase in gadgets and luxury as you climb the ladder of S500, S63 and S65. 3 levels of standard kit. Kicking things off is the S500, which comes with airmatic air suspension and 19-inch AMG alloy wheels, plus a suite of parking sensors, LED headlamps and the Command Online sat-nav system. Top of the tree is the S65, which comes with baffling luxuries including 47 Swarovski crystals in each headlight, larger 20-inch alloy wheels and exclusive Nappa leather upholstery, plus an upgraded Burmester 3D surround sound stereo. There are many options, as you'd imagine, from carbon fiber exterior trim to a collection of roof colors and a top speed hike from 155 mph to 186 mph. Ultimate ride comfort. Keeping the 2 tons of metal and leather pointed in the right direction is a trick air suspension setup that levels off bumpy roads and stops the bodywork from swaying too badly in fast corners. AMG cars are set up a little stiffer, but they still provide a sublime ride on all but the most broken tarmac. Better yet, when you're pushing on they offer even better body control for a tie-down feel. Review to find out why this Mercedes-Benz S-Class Cabriolet deserves your attention. 3 engines to pick from, 2 V8s and a V12. Substantial performance regardless of choice. All record well under 5-second 0.62 mph sprints. The Mercedes-Benz S-Class Cabriolet has a restricted engine choice, much like the coupe. Both eschew the saloon's socially conscious diesel and hybrid models for the Old Testament fire and thunder of V8 and V12 petrol powertrains. Petrol engines. Kicking things off is perhaps the best all-rounder of the bunch, the S500. This uses a mighty 4.7-liter V8 with 455 horsepower and 700 Nm of torque available from a lowly 1,800 revolutions per minute. This power is channeled through a 9-speed automatic gearbox to the rear wheels. All S-Class Cabriolet models are rear-driven and can dispatch the 0.62 mph sprint in just 4.6 seconds, onto an electronically limited 155 mph, the same top rate as the S63 and S65. Make no mistake, this is a fast car, with bags of low-down torque and enough mid-range punch to make the 70 mph speed limit feel like the start of its stride. Best of all, it's the only one of the bunch to promise a fuel economy in the 30 mpgs and low enough CO2 to qualify for £295 annual VAT tax, a saving of more than £200 compared with the AMG models. Mercedes-AMG S-Class. If neither of those costs are a concern, then upgrading to the S63 and its wholly inebriating 5.5-liter V8 is a no-brainer. Power jumps to 585 horsepower and torque swells to 900 Nm, ample, but you'll need 2,250 revolutions per minute to see the latter, which results in a momentary hesitation at low revs before the S63 really gets going. The 0.62 mph drops dramatically to 4.2 seconds and the fuel economy takes a bit of a hit too. This car uses a 7-speed automatic transmission which feels a little less whip-crack fast as the S500's but still does a good job of serving up the right gear when you want it. Most impressive is this car's duplicity. It'll hum along constantly on the motorway but punctuates more binary throttle inputs with a feral bark from up front and crack and rattle from the exhaust behind. At its heart this is a very modern engine, but it sounds like an old warplane. Full throttle starts bring about serious writhing from the rear wheels while the traction control light blinks madly. Better to wait until you're rolling before pressing your foot to the firewall, but make sure you've got a clear run to the horizon because it will approach with alarming speed. This sort of driving is best deployed on a wide country road with plenty of sweeping bends where the S-Class will waft along at a satisfying pace. Top of the tree is the S65, a 6.0-liter V12 with 630 horsepower and a frankly bonkers 1,000 Nm of torque from 2,300 revolutions per minute. This goes through a different 7-speed automatic transmission than the S63 and despite being 50% more expensive, it's only 1/10 quicker from 0.62 miles per hour. From a pragmatic point of view it's quite a bit thirstier and more expensive to tax, but to be honest, if you're thinking about buying a near £200,000 V12 convertible it's unlikely that those things are going to be much of a concern. Huge bulk is well contained by trick suspension manages to be both comfortable and responsive. Mercedes-AMG cars feature sportier setup. It's worth pointing out this Mercedes-Benz S-Class cabriolet weighs in at well over 2 tons regardless of which version you pick. It's also 5 meters long and more than 2 meters wide. Long story short, there's a lot of metal to move about every time you change direction. Air suspension is standard, but the coupe's clever magic body control system that resists body roll and bends is not available. This car has a more relaxed nature though, it's more at home blasting down straight boulevards than B roads. Still, even in the softest S500, the battleship S-Class does an admirable job of shrugging off its bulk when things get twisty and can clip along at a frankly startling pace while maintaining remarkable ride comfort. The suspension offers comfort in sport settings and latter lends a more tied-down feel. AMG cars are less comfortable overall but feel more agile in the sportier setting. In reality though you're better off dialing it back a bit in the corners and making the time up again on the straights. There's a lot of clever tech at work here, but sooner or later physics always wins. Besides, that means more opportunities to give the accelerator pedal a big boot so you can revel in the thunderous soundtrack. Fabulously stylish and solid cockpit, comfortable seats and adjustable driving position. Digital dashboard is sharp and easy to read. A lot of expensive looking materials have been used in the cabin of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class and it makes you feel pretty special before you've even pressed the starter button. With the roof down this is amplified not only by the fact that everyone else can see into, but because it takes on the atmosphere of a finely finished powerboat, rather than something as mainstream as a car. Optionally heated seats and steering wheel are complemented by electrically warmed center console and door armrests too, keeping everything you touch nicely toasty when the sun disappears behind a cloud. There are 2 screens instead of a standard analog dial setup, one displaying the speedometer and rev counter and trip compute, while the second can be customized to show multimedia or SATNAV information, using a large touchpad and will just in the central armrest. Quiet with the roof up or down, comfortable seats with optional massage, a few squeaks and creaks in our test car. Roof up or down, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class cabriolet is a supremely refined place to be. The soft top is made up of multiple layers of material, insulating both heat and noise effectively, and makes it hard to separate from the coupe when shut. Folded away underneath the boot and the noise levels don't increase dramatically. Wind and bluster are sent over the passenger compartment without ruffling the hair of its occupants. Even tall drivers will find themselves beneath the airstream thanks to an extendable spoiler that pops out from the top of the windscreen and works with the rear windbreak to further divert the breeze. Pick the massaging seats and you can choose between several different types of relaxing back rub, while the enormous motor ahead consumes the long French motorway miles between New and Street Tropez and warbly burble of the exhaust. The only things ruining the ambience in our test car were the odd creak from the dashboard and the squeaking of rear seat leather over rough surfaces, slightly undermining the impression of quality. Easily drowned out by the bellowing V8, though. Specification linked to engine choice. No separate trim. Starts with well-equipped S500, moving up to S63 and S65. Lots of customization options too, including 4 roof colors. Unlike the saloon, which has a couple of different trim levels, the Mercedes S-Class Cabriolet has a more restricted choice. It actually follows the same formula as the coupe, with the S500 available in AMG line only and the S63 and S65 packing their own rosters of kit. Standard Mercedes S-Class Cabriolet equipment. The S500 is the entry point to the S-Class Cabriolet range, although it's anything but basic. For a start, there's the cushy Airmatic air suspension system, which does a good job of minimizing the effect on the ride of the enormous 19-inch AMG alloy wheels. Those are complemented by a sporty AMG-style body kit, protected from parking knocks by front and rear sensors, plus an aft-facing camera. Feeling lazy? Simply press the active parking assist button and let the car park itself. Lighting up the road ahead are LED intelligent light system headlamps with adaptive high beam assist, which automatically selects between full and main beam for you. A special set of windscreen washers called Magic Vision Control sprays cleaning fluid directly in front of the wiper blades too. Inside there's a choice of high-gloss black poplar or brown burr wood trim, plus black and porcelain espresso brown leather options trimming the heated, electric front memory seats. Gadget-wise, elsewhere there's cruise control and the command online SATNAV system displayed on a huge screen in the center console. Step up to the Mercedes-AMG S63 and you'll gain not only a sledgehammer V8 but a sports exhaust system with 2 volume settings to tell the world all about it, and a specific AMG body kit with V8 biturbo badging in case they're hard of hearing. Getting in and setting off is easier thanks to keyless entry and go. Plus there are grippier AMG front seats and sports suspension to help you scythe through the bends. Keep your cool with DAZN automatic climate control and programmable ambient lighting. Warm things back up again with rear seat heating and the incredibly rich tones of the Burmester surround sound system. Finally, the top of the tree Mercedes-AMG S65 adds a V12 motor to the mix plus 47 Swarovski crystals to the headlights for a striking visual signature. It also has a specific body kit and larger 20-inch alloy wheels, but the real delights are found inside: exclusive Nappa leather choices, illuminated door sill panels and diamond-patterned sports seats for starters, plus an upgraded Burmester 3D surround sound stereo system for the ultimate audio experience. Pick either of the AMG cars and you also get a complimentary AMG Driving Academy training experience at Mercedes-Benz World to teach you how to drive it properly. Optional Mercedes-Benz S-Class Cabriolet accessories, as you'd expect from a 6-figure car with no roof. The sky really is the limit here. There are a number of individual options and several packs you are probably going to be interested in. Make your S500 more like an AMG car with 20-inch alloy wheels, Burmester surround sound system, illuminated door sills and keyless entry and go. You also get a 360-degree view camera, the air balance fragrance system, massaging front seats and heated armrest steering wheel. Also available on the S500 and standard on the S63 and S65 is the driving assistance package, which we've laid out in more detail in the safety section. More superficially, there's a carbon fiber pack which adds weave to the front and rear bumpers, exterior mirrors, and AMG side panels. There's also a carbon fiber engine cover. Otherwise, you can add a host of shiny black trim to the bumpers, exhaust tips, mirrors and side sills. Meanwhile, the roof can be specified in black, blue, beige or red. Other options include the AMG Drivers Package, a trip to one of AMG's Power and Passion track events and a higher 186 miles per hour top speed, probably more relevant on the German Autobahn than the A40. Useful though are the upgraded carbon ceramic disc brakes to help halt the heavy S-Class time and time again. Driving assistance pack is optional on S500, adds lots of useful kit to keep you safe. Base car boasts decent kit levels, though the S63 and S65 fare slightly better than the S500 here, gaining a pack of safety and driving assistance kit, which is optional on the S500 and well worth a look. You get blind spot assist, active lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control with lane keeping assistance, pre-safe and pre-safe plus, autonomous emergency braking plus pre-crash safety measures, belt tensioning, window closure, etc. All cars get a reversing camera though, plus attention assist, which keeps an eye on your fatigue levels. Autonomous emergency braking comes with all 3 cars too, plus a system to help reduce understeer in a corner. Lots of room for front passengers, not so spacious in the back, less boot space than hardtop models. There's plenty of space up front, but not so much in the back. Treated as a 2-seater, you'll find plenty of room to stretch out, but those in the back do a little worse. That folding roof feeds into boot space to the tune of 50 liters, so you get 350 liters of space, enough to fit a decent load of shopping or a bag of golf clubs into. More to the point, you'll get enough luggage in there for a long weekend in the south of France, which is all that matters, really.